A YouTuber by the name of the Frogcast took on a challenge last year to 100% LEGO Harry Potter Years 1 to 4 in under 24 hours. And me being a completionist myself, and a fan of these games and Harry Potter, decided to give it a try. And with 2026 being my year for YouTube, I decided why not start with this. I'm not going to spoil Frog's time, I'm going to give you the chance to watch his video first, and then come back to see how a tutor completes the game. Also, I mean no hate towards Frog, if it wasn't for him I wouldn't have made this video, so if you do enjoy this content, check him out. Now after an intro that is long and also funny, we can start and play the game. Although my initial plan was to beeline the main story, I did pick up the first student in peril in one of the 4 house quests. The student in perils are very similar to the Stanley or civilian in perils in the Marvel and Batman games. They give us 1 person per level to save, whereas the house quests operate the same as the mini kits in any other standard LEGO game. But instead of 10 to collect per level, there's only 4. Instead of getting a sick build afterwards, you just assemble the 4 quests. Now we enter the bank and we speak to Griphook, giving us the only character in this entire game who can open vaults. Now I'm not a massive fan when LEGO does this. For example, in LEGO Batman 2, the Flash and Lex being the only people who can break black bricks and rebuild black bricks. After showing Potter to his vault and getting another yet funny long cutscene, we finished the level in under 10 minutes total. I'm going to be honest, this was one of them games I put a lot of time, 100% in as a kid, and a few more times after my childhood. Although I'm still human and don't remember where every single thing is, although if I had to guess I could probably find 80 to 90% with little to no trouble. Now before level 2 starts, we have to learn a spell. Now I'm autistic, so for some reason when there's 3 things to do, I like to give each one of the trio 1 thing to do, which doesn't make for speed, but does scratch my brain. With a total of and spell, the game decides we're ready to fight a freaking troll. No worries, I've seen the film, I've read the book. Game Troll defeated, we head to the next class to pick up Lumos. After dropping the tiles, the spell was obtained. We then discover Snape's skeletons in the closet, and then obtain the strength potion. This means we can now lift orange handles like Hagrid. I did go out of my way for ghost studs, as this meant while following Nick between's story, 1 ghost stud became a blue stud. After that distraction, we headed to the 3rd class to upgrade our Lumos to Lumos Solemn. This allows us to defeat Devil's Snare. Also, similar to the film, the game decides to disrespect Ronald, so we have to save him.
No.
Shooting white stuff. After saving 1, we had Solemn unlocked. This marked the end of classes for first year, so now we can go back to the story and finally finish this year off. Just kidding, it's time to learn to fly. Now by learn to fly, I mean Harry flies while the other 2 stay on the ground, as this is Harry's time to shine. Nice. After using our brewing skills to draft the strength potion, tip for speed, Harry's strength animation is faster than Ron's. And helping some students cross the bridge using the broom, we can now enter the outside grounds. Now in the grounds, we pick up another useful red brick with Fast Dig, which lets you dig faster. Yeah, I don't know why I'm explaining that. After the find, I discover I'm too broke for both, so purchase ghost studs. This is where my one differs from Frog's, as I'm also getting all the achievements, and Quick Quidditch requires me to finish this level in under 5 minutes. So that means speed is number 1, meaning I can't afford to do these stairs normally, and it doesn't bother me.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because
this isn't my first time doing this, I'm able to complete this level in a little over 2 minutes. A little bit of arson by our favourite bookworm, we stop the jinx and are able to move on. Next level we break into the library and we end up discovering the Mirror of Erised. And be honest, how old was you when you found out it was Desire backwards? But without a little child abuse first. Another level, another achievement, which to be honest I thought was 10 not 20 enemies. Either way we move on, and after He Who Shall Not Defeat an 11-year-old runs away, we finish level 5 in under 90 minutes. On track to defeat Year 1 in under 1 hour 45 minutes, we keep moving and put Fluffy to sleep. And make our way down, defeating Devil's Snare and making our way to the chessboard. Still no clue what to do, I normally hit stuff and hope it works out. We ride the castle into victory and head off to the first final showdown. Now in the final showdown, all we have to do was touch him to death. Not gonna lie, sounded better in my head. But it's something to do with a mother's love or something lame like that. Now the Dark Lord is 2-0 with Harry, once as a baby, and the second an 11-year-old. We finish here, 1 in under 1 hour 40 minutes. To make it easier on myself, I recorded each show in different sittings, and then taking a break to write the script. So when I loaded back on, I was in a leaky cauldron and decided to finally purchase Fastig. They dig faster. Again, I don't know why I'm explaining that. Spending our studs, we start the second show with another long cutscene that showcases Dobby getting us into trouble, to then be saved by underage reckless driver Ronald McDonald himself. He takes us to the borough and we can finally start playing the game. We make our way into Ron's house and locate Ginny because Ron's family refuses to talk to him and declare they want their favourite child instead. After being teleported to a sketchy looking store, we are then saved by Hagrid, and with the half-giant's help we finish the level and start roaming around Hogwarts. Nah, the book Lucius place can't be important, let's leave that out. The first thing we do in school is learn how to handle mandrakes. Like any other screaming baby, put on some air defenders and cram them into a box. Job's a good one. The second thing we learn is a new spell in order to capture Cornish pixies. Exciting, I know. And after that, we load into mission 2, another Quidditch level. It's time, there's no time limit. All we have to do is stop Dobby from attempting to murder Harry. And we was golden. Then we had to fix his broken arm or something.
Broken? There's no bones left.
After that, we learn Expelliarmus, a spell that actually has no use whatsoever, and we never use again. Like honestly, they could have had people holding golden bricks, quests, character tokens, and then we disarm them to get them. But no, we never used this spell again. The useless activity number 56, we headed to Snape's classroom after hours and learned how to make a Polyjuice potion. Again, this is only useful as it's how we turn into different characters around Hogwarts, which then adds the question. Do we play as different characters about Hogwarts, or just one Harry and Hermione turned into them? After this, we took another felony off the list, with Cho getting kidnapped in Crabbe and Goyle, and then a little bit being into the Slytherin common room. Finding out Draco wasn't the heir of Slytherin, I know, massive shock. After battling a ghost, Harry's teleported back in time. You do this mission with the help of Tom Riddle to help Harry think Hagrid is the heir. I swear this is more straightforward in the books and films. But after confronting Hagrid, we start another level, this time in the forest again. And this time I can get another achievement by having Ron face his fears.
You're doing great.
After the showdown with a massive spider, we head back to the castle and find the teachers talking about the chamber being open. Honestly, all I hear is Minecraft villager talk. This meant it was time for the final level. And with me still making good time, I decided to continue the pace and speed through it. But then forgot what to do for this stage and just faffed around for like 5 minutes. We successfully defeated the Dark Lord again, and year 2 was finished, giving us 17.2% and the timer at 3 hours 40 minutes. We started year 3 with yet another cutscene lasting a total of 3 minutes, something about some criminal loose or something, but he's innocent, yet he does this in his mugshot. Okay buddy. Finally the gameplay started, and we got Big Dog Arthur Weasley, and using Mr. 50% himself, we took down the Book of Creatures. Then we played as the Golden Trio. This time, female Not Harry had a cat now, and she can dig. Another use for Fastig. We managed to create a strength potion and attach the new carriage to the train. Not entirely sure when this happened in the film. Then get another 20-second cutscene, 10 minutes into year 3, and I feel like we've only been playing for 40 seconds. After that, we now get Lupin to play as, but he's afraid of the moon for some reason. After we save Harry, the mission ends, and we can finally walk in Hogwarts again, where we learn the first spell of the year. Ridiculous. But this spell is only for Not Harry 1 and 2. I'm sorry, I thought this was Lego Harry Potter, not Lego
After
Bookworm
turning her
Ronald
failures into
McDonald.
success and perform some animal cruelty, we finish and make our way to another very pointless class. In fact, so pointless, it doesn't teach us anything and we just get a gold brick. Before starting the next level, I pick up Score ×2. Now, I remember this location from being a kid, and the studs we will get from this will help us afford the other things we need to start the free roam. After returning to Leaky Cauldron to purchase it, when I get to Hogwarts I have a brain fart, and for some reason the game keeps telling me to go see the troll. No joke, I was stuck relogging and reloading for 15 minutes, so I decided to try a different entrance. Let's hope this distraction doesn't haunt me. Back on the right track, we go to another lesson, and you guessed it, also useless. It says we learnt Buckbeak handling, and I can assure you, as an expert, we never handle Buckbeak for anything collectible or even story-based. I mean, he's in 2 more missions, but the handling thing is weird that it pops up, and the divination didn't. Now, 3 lessons out the way, we can finally start the second level, with Fred and George. Arthur in the first level, Fred and George in the second. This should just be called Harry Potter and the poor family he stays with. This level I remember a lot from being a kid, so it was straightforward. The 3 of us make our way through an underground passage and end up in a sweet shop, where Draco blocks our path, so we kill Frosty the Snowman and make our way to have a snowball fight with Draco. This was easy, and we packed them up fast and started the third stage of the level, or 4 if you count the candy shop, where we had to sneak into the Hogshead and eavesdrop. After finding out Sirius is both Harry's godparent and responsible for his parents' death, the level ends. And the next starts, with Harry doing some late night stalking and seeing a potential dead man patrolling the castle. We investigate and make our way through the corridors and end up drafting a potion of invisibility. Now, I don't remember when and who taught them this, but using it, we sneaked past Filch and finished the level. Now we led straight into teaching Harry Expecto Patronum, and because this is a 2-player game, and I guess your older brother can't just sit and watch, Lupin has to break open the chest using Reducto, while Harry blasts the Boggarts. After this we start the next level, and believe it or not Harry gets kidnapped by a dog. It's left to Harry and Gale, not Harry, to fight the tree. After the absolute cinema, that is Harry versus tree, we enter the tree and make our way to the shack, where we meet Lupin and Sirius, and he's a good guy. What do you mean it was Ron's rat all along? How crazy. This was another part I remembered as a kid, and was one of my favourite parts, making a giant mousetrap. But after that, the level isn't over, and Lupin turns into a werewolf, and Sirius leads him away. Harry and Hermione follow to try and help, and after doing nothing, the story ends, and these last 3 missions are back to back to back. We find out Hermione has a time turner, and we go back in time and start off to rescue Buckbeak. I then travel through the forest, trying to play some catchy tunes to lure Lupin over.
My name is Jeff.
After Buckbeak pieces up Lupin, and we start trying to kill the Dementors, and we finish the penultimate. We start the final of Year 3 immediately, and make our way to the skies, where some anti-air Dementors try to ground us, so we drop Fortnite style onto the roofs of Hogwarts. Now it's a race against time to get Year 3 finished in under 2 hours. So whooshing through, we make it to one of my favourite parts of the game, and it's where if you're playing this with 2 players, it's better as you could just walk across helping your friend as they help you. I know this is in other LEGO games, but I'm struggling to list any at the top of my head. After we make it into another part, we are tasked with making a strength potion to open a bridge, and after we do so, I rush up the tower of Harry, kill any Dementors in the way, and make it to the boss. Now realistically, this boss battle makes no sense, as it's a bog standard Dementor, but each year needs a boss in the final level. So I guess this is it. For some reason, one Expecto Patronum isn't enough, so I'm forced to make it suck at a plunge a couple of times till it's defeated. I mean, it's hard to compete with the Dark Lord. And after this, Year 3 was completed in under 5 hours 37 minutes with a total of 27%. Now realistically, I won't get the 4th year done in 23 minutes, so I'm going to aim to try and do it in under 7. Then that just leaves the free roam, and honestly, I'm going to be done within 12 hours. Year 4 started the same as the other 3. A super long cutscene before we played. So the Weasleys take Harry to the Quidditch World Cup, and in doing so, a bunch of former Death Eaters get super drunk and decide to revisit the good old days of, well, war crimes. The mission was very simple, and it was to find and rescue all the Weasleys. You go through the grounds, fighting Death Eaters and saving Harry for last. We then get another cutscene where Harry wakes up, forced us to fight more Death Eaters and snakes. After this, the level ends. Hogwarts gets invaded with other Europeans, and we can explore Hogwarts now. We then go to Snape's classroom where the twins teach us a new potion, this time an aging potion so Gred and Forge can cheat the age requirement and enter the Triwizard Cup. The ingredients were kind of similar to the previous potion classes, and learning this we go to the Great Hall and learn who's in the Triwizard Tournament. Shockingly, Harry's name is drawn. Now we got to make our way to Hagrid's hut to start the second level. This level is titled Dragons, and it is what it sounds like. Hagrid, Harry and Fang make their way looking at dragons in order to get Hagrid to his date. And I guess tell Harry it's dragons. After the level, we spawn in the common room and making our way to the next story point, the game crashes. Reloading, I make my way back to the story point. The next part of the story is the final spell and the most useful, Reducto. It allows me to break silver objects and is the main thing needed to start free roam after we finish this year. After learning the spell, we get another achievement. I make my way to the Muggle Studies room and get studs times 6. A nice way to get more studs for the money I've got to spend soon. Now, because I already had studs times 2, that adds to times 6 and gives us times 12. After that, I do one of the 2 bonus/hidden levels. If you go to Hagrid's garden, you can play the scene where they take Ron when he's puking slugs in the second movie or second book. Coming here with the Time Turner and Reducto, I'm able to do all the collectibles and finish this mini level. Also using the clock gives me an achievement. The Time Turner activates the second bonus mission, and we help Hagrid hatch Norbit like from the first book. Again with Reducto, we finish and get back to the main story. We then start the third task and the third level, and it is as it says on the tin. Although for some reason Hermione gets dragged in with me, because it's a 2-person game and your older brother has to do something. Also, the level is kind of fun. We make our way through the castle and Harry ends up with the egg. After a wild party, I return to the Leaky Cauldron and obtain studs times 6. The game then tells me to go to a bridge, and after that, Twilight, yes, I'm stealing Frog's joke, tells me to take a bath. I guess Harry stinks or something. Because I had to go to the bathroom, I also collected studs times 8. Rude not to. After this, I start the 4th level. Me and Mona Myrtle try to start the bath. And she's there because she's a creep. After doing so, it gives Harry the knowledge of what to do. The game crashes again, and reloading gives me a chance to purchase studs times 8 before I return to Hogwarts. We then go to the location of the 5th level. However, for some reason, I forgot to turn on studs times 8, so instead of times 96, we're stuck with a poor 12 times, at least for the remainder of the level. The maze task is one I do very quickly, hoping to finish the year in under 7 hours. Now, I can't see the final time until after I start editing. So, for some reason, I thought I was an hour behind. So, I thought I was at like 6 hours something, when in reality I'm 7 hours something. Although, it takes me 9 minutes to do so, after saving Ronald, Cho, and Flair's sister. We end the mission and head straight to the next. Again, the last mission I rush, trying to obtain the impossible dream of sub 7 hours. We make our way to the graveyard and defeat the Dark Lord himself before he kills the Batman. The screen turns black and I end all of the story on 38.8% with the time on 7 hours 48 minutes. Now realistically, I was cocky at the start. I expected to get to this point within 6 hours, but I ended up wasting my time checking my phone in between classes and levels, so this meant I had to lock in on the free roam section. To do this, all I needed was Grip Hook for vaults, a Dark Wizard for
dark magic,
and one of every house to get into the common rooms. I decided to seek out the house students first, as I only needed a Slytherin and Ravenclaw. I also wanted the red bricks I would need to make free roam easier, and that's what I did. First head into the library to get the achievement for turning off the sound. Just kidding, I forgot to do that again. So instead I ran over people for another achievement and also found a red brick detector. After that I made my way to Ravenclaw Tower for house quest detector, the Owl Tower for gold brick detector. Then I needed a Dark Wizard user and Grip Hook. So I obtained everything in the Magic Begins, cheeky not to since I'm here. And then for Dark Wizards I decided on Riddle. All you need is Grip Hook. For some reason I thought it was Reducto and loaded into the mission and hadn't bought Grip Hook yet. That's right, once you find the token you actually have to buy them in this game. So after a shopping spree I reloaded. After all the faff around I made my way to find character token detector, and with all the parts in place, I need Hagrid. I need someone strong. After 100% in the Forbidden Forest I then had Hagrid, and then after ages scrolling I purchased Hagrid and a Slytherin Prefect. Now I'm truly ready to start doing all the free roam. Now with all the tools needed I started Year 1 free play. All levels went without a hitch. I'm not going to show you each quest or student, or even character I find, as that would take forever. Instead I will show you a little gold brick montage along with the other years. This is because the main fun comes exploring the castle. As well as 100% in the story, each year gave me an achievement for the quest found of that year. After the 4 pop, I head into the castle and decide to head furthest right, then move left, using all the locators to help find the collectibles. First step in the castle was the greenhouse, then the clock tower courtyard. Using the detectors, it took me no time to navigate through them all. The order was left to right, after the greenhouse and heading to the grand staircase, ending at Dumbledore's office and then the common rooms. After invading the privacy of every student, we then did the classrooms and the grounds outside. Again, I'm not going to showcase every gold brick or character I find, however I will show you a glimpse of what I had to go through when it came to buy and everything. With all the gold bricks, bar one, I started the bonus missions in Gringotts Bank. There's 10 to complete and each one gives you an additional gold brick, so they are needed. The reason I've left them last is because each one is locked behind a total number of golden bricks needed to build the door, so it would make sense to leave them to last because you need like, I think it's like 80 to go from 0 to 10. After doing the Gringotts levels, my maths was off, shock, Instead of heading back to the castle right away, I also did the 4 builder levels in Gringotts and got the achievement. So I ended up having to go back to the castle to find the last gold brick. Luckily, I remember seeing 2 gold brick arrows in the library. Knowing that one was a glitch in the old game, I assumed they both were, but going back I just spammed the spells until eventually I hit the last hat that was hidden and the last gold brick spawned. Also, I found out the reason why there's an extra gold brick arrow is actually because it's not for a gold brick and actually a quest. You see, the coding for this room is the same as the restricted section level, so we were actually looking for a quest in the Hogwarts. But wait, we're not done. Now we've got all the gold bricks, it's time to do the bonus level. To my knowledge, every LEGO game has a bonus level where you have to get 1,000,000 studs without a multiplier. And this was very much a traditional one, where you're in the city. This is because you actually play as Voldemort and a Death Eater of the night of Harry's parents' death. I really like this as it serves as an epilogue and it's the last thing you do in the game. Now 1,000,000 studs later, we're able to purchase the last character and now we have 100%ed the game. Now we can stop the timer, 16 hours 11 minutes, we have finished. Through all the free roam and scavenging for characters, gold bricks, saving students and the house quest, I'm very proud of this time. Not only that, Frog got 18 hours 31 minutes, so I was 2 hours faster than me and it's 1-0 for us. Of course, this is a joke, Frog does not know who I am or that I'm making this video. There's also not a call out saying I'm better, this video is heavily inspired by his and if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have done this. Who knows, maybe I'll try and beat his time for years 5 to 7. But wait, this isn't just a race to get 100%, there's achievements left. Now most of the achievements you get are story related, however some are not. In fact, most of them left are very easy and straightforward. Still in Diagon Alley, I knocked off a few by freezing 20 people. Scaring students as ghosts, finally turning my sound off, scrapping bees with Vernon, lighting up Devil Snare, a little bit of Voldemort on Voldemort action, defeating the troll as Quirrell, and finally killing Harry in the graveyard at the end of book 4 as Voldemort. Not even 30 minutes extra and boom, done. Now thank you all so much for watching, and if you made it this far, please consider leaving a sub as this won't be the only video out this month. As you can tell, this is my first video I've edited and scripted. I hope it's turned out well. I also would have had this out 7 days earlier, but I sadly injured my back at the gym and couldn't move for 5 days. Now I'm better, I'm also working on 2 other videos that hopefully come out the following week. Leave a comment telling me if you've done this challenge, how long it took you, along with other challenges / games you think I should do. The next 24 hours video will be years 5 to 7, then probably go in release order, but who knows, you could suggest a good idea and I'll make a video on that instead. Also feel free to check all my links below, the top being Frog's video. Honestly, this whole channel is worth checking out. Also, I will be streaming a lot of future content on YouTube and other apps, so drop a follow, and if I'm live, tell me you came from this video.